Beamer the hummingbird was a cheerful little creature who adored his garden visits. Each day, he'd dart from flower to flower, drinking in the nectar that fueled his endless energy. He was known to all the garden residents as the brilliant jewel with fluttering wings that hummed louder than the wind. One sunny morning, Beamer noticed something was amiss. His once vibrant friends, the tulips, daisies, and sunflowers, were looking very droopy. Their vibrant colors now faded to a dim and dull hue. Beamer zipped up and down the garden, trying to find a bloom that still held its sweet nectar. It seemed all the flowers were thirsty. Oh dear, Beamer chirped as he hovered over a wilting daisy. What's happened to you all? Why are you so thirsty? The flowers whispered among themselves. We need water, Beamer. The gardener has been away, and our soil is dry. Can you help? Beamer tapped his tiny foot in the air, thinking hard. How can I help? I'm just a little hummingbird. I don't have water. Suddenly, Beamer had an idea. He flitted over to Dotty, the wise old tortoise who lived at the garden's edge. Dotty, Beamer hummed frantically. The flowers are thirsty. Could you go find the gardener, please? Dotty yawned and slowly emerged from her shell. Ah, little Beamer, she said with a smile. I'll do my best. I'll seek out the gardener, but it will take me some time, as you know I'm not as speedy as you. Beamer thanked Dotty and continued his search for help. What if I could find water on my own, he pondered. In his frantic search, Beamer noticed a small pond at the far corner of the garden. Of course, he chirped excitedly. Flying fast, he dipped his tiny tongue into the fresh water and zipped back to the flowers. With each visit, Beamer shared droplets of water with the thirsty blooms, chirping encouraging words to them. Drink up, my friends, drink up. Help is on the way. As Beamer delivered water drop by drop, the flowers began to perk up bit by bit. Meanwhile, Dotty slowly ambled over to the gardener's house. Hello, hello, she called out, blinking up at the door. Beamer didn't stop flitting around the garden, trying his best to keep the flowers perked up. Soon, Dotty returned with the gardener, who eagerly watered the garden. The flowers sighed with relief, blooming brilliantly once more, and Beamer chirped with happiness. Thank you, the flowers sang in unison. From that day on, Beamer was known not only as the shimmering jewel of the garden, but also as the hero who saved the flowers from thirst. Beamer the bee was buzzing around his favorite garden, which he called his secret haven. He loved watching the pretty flowers dance in the wind and listening to their rustling tails. But today, something seemed different. As Beamer zigzagged between the blooms, he noticed that some of his dearest flowers were looking sad and droopy. They whispered to him in their flowery language, telling him they were thirsty and needed help. Near the garden, Beamer spotted a gardener who always wore a sun hat that flopped over her eyes. She was busy picking little weeds to keep her garden neat and healthy. An idea buzzed in Beamer's tiny head. He would seek the gardener's help for his beloved flowers. Beamer flitted over to her, cautiously hovering and occasionally bumping gently against her nose to grab her attention. The gardener looked at Beamer curiously. She was familiar with bees swooping in and out of gardens, but Beamer's behavior was different today. She carefully observed him and noticed how he kept hovering close to the wilting flowers. Her eyes softened with understanding, and she realized what Beamer was trying to tell her. Oh, I've been so focused on weeding that I didn't notice my flowers needed water, she said to herself with a grin. She picked up her watery can, knowing it was time to give the blooms their refreshing bath. The anxious flowers perked up almost at once, their tired petals lifting as they drank in the water. Beamer buzzed with joy, flying in cheerful circles around the gardener's hat, thanking her in his own way for her kindness and wisdom. The gardener laughed, delighted at Beamer's gratitude, and waved to her little buzzing friend. From that day on, she made sure to always listen to the special signals of her garden, knowing Beamer would be around to help whenever things weren't quite right. And Beamer, with his secret garden saved, was a happy bee once more, sharing stories and laughter with the flowers every day.